You know, guys, I have a couple of things I need to say before I get into the video. Some of it is not very related to what the video is about, but it is some things to talk about. First off, guys, thank you so much for 17,000 subscribers. That is an insane number. Just to put things into perspective, the Scadmaster, he kind of prides himself on just talking smack and just having the worst potty mouth that you could possibly have safely, moderated on YouTube. And typically when you're this unfiltered, sometimes it could get a little difficult to grow because a lot of people view you as toxic, but some people at least seem to like me a little bit, so there's that. Secondly, guys, my last video actually got copyright claimed by Cartoon Network and Regular Show because of my intro, which I actually thought was an amazing intro. A lot of you guys agreed as well. So in the future, intros of that nature are probably not as likely anymore, unfortunately. And last thing, guys, if you're watching the gameplay, you'll notice very soon that there's a cheater in the game, and this is from a few weeks ago, or at least a month ago or something like that, and I just thought I would point that out, guys. But the main thing I wanted to talk about in today's video was actually the fact that I've seen some MW 2019 Part 3 news the other day that actually wasn't super very bad, and this is coming from the Scadmaster, and you guys know I set the bar pretty high to be satisfied, given all of the bullshit that we've been through the last 4 years, and given all of the production that goes into these games, right? This is a AAA title. These aren't indie games, we should expect some good shit. And I saw some news the other day from Charlie Incel that actually wasn't super bad, but then, of course, in classic Scadmaster fashion, you can't really take things surface level with these leaks, and you need to look a little deeper. So this comes out from Charlie Intel, guys. He says, new, Activision says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3 Season 1 will have 3 new 6v6 maps, and Season 2 will also have 3 new 6v6 maps. There's 16 core 6v6 maps at launch, 4 ground war maps at launch as well. And look, I'm gonna be the one to say it. I've watched many channels here on YouTube that are within the same vein as the Scadmasters, right? There's like Blame Truth, Narrow Cinema, even 8 Thoughts at times. There's a lot of people in the scene that make some of the same types of videos, right? There's nothing wrong with it, by the way, I'm just pointing out facts. But I would just like to point out that one of my personal biggest critiques in this Call of Duty franchise over the last couple of years has been solely about seasonal content. How many times have you guys heard me say seasonal content does not work in COD? I say that usually because we get 2 6v6 maps per season. We've seen that in the last 2 years of COD. That shit is unacceptable. No matter which way you cut it. I don't give a flying fuck what the circumstances were. I wouldn't give a fuck if God himself touched the maps, created them the way he wanted to, crafted them with perfection, and then gave it to us. I would send the shit back. The Scadmaster's a very shameless soul, okay? I would not have any trouble being sent down underneath the depths of hell to tell somebody that 2 6v6 maps is dog shit. But now when you're talking about 3 6v6 maps, now look, I'm not gonna lie, that is like a slight miniature step in the right direction. Is the Scadmaster still satisfied with that, guys? And should you be satisfied with that? Fuck no. Why not? Because the last 4 to 5 years of Call of Duty have been some of the most successful Call of Duties of all time. Look, this is not me spitting out bullshit. Just keep this in mind. Your fucking fathers over at Activision, and especially Bobby Cosby, they're the ones that boast every single year about how much money they've generated in the first week. Now the Scadmaster's gonna use that logic back at them. Billions and billions of dollars in a given year, billions of dollars in the first week of a lot of these games, years and years of development that goes into these AAA titles. And once again, I'm gonna use Activision's words. Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3 and the idea behind it was years in the making. I did not say that shit. That was Activision themselves. Guys, given all of the facts that I've just presented to you, do you think getting 4 plus 6v6 maps a season is asking for too much? If you think that's asking for too much, I am so sorry, but you are the type to back up when a bitch with a fat ass at the club gets on you and tries to grind on you. I'm sorry, I'm just letting you know. If this were the Scadmaster and some Megan Thee Stallion or Ice Spice or even fucking Nicki Minaj, if they came up to me and started dropping their 5 kiloton ass on me, I would put my nose in between some cheeks and go and fucking get smacked in the face. Some of you guys need to learn how to eat some fucking food when the fridge door is open. open, alright? It's free food, right? This is seasonal content, it's supposed to be free. Ask for more! They make billions of dollars, there's hundreds and thousands of developers. And you might be one of the people that say, oh, but there's already 16 remastered maps at launch. Guys, how much fucking work went into that? I know that they've been updated, I've seen the videos, I've seen the pictures, they look good. That's great, it's 2023, why the fuck would they look bad? Like, some of you guys genuinely need Coach Master Fooly. Stop settling for less. Ask for more. And it's not so much that I'm mad that we're getting 3 and not 4 6v6 maps a season. It's the fact that when I tweet this out, yet another example of complaints and feedback actually working. Should still be pushing for 4+ though, considering the game will make $1 billion plus. Easily, by the way. And when people respond, or when people think that this is asking for too much, or this is somebody who's extremely entitled, I don't know what the flying fuck you're talking about. I'm spending $70. Well, I'm not actually spending $70. Like I've said, guys, I am playing this game for the grand total of $0.00. Other people are spending 70 to 100 to even like thousands plus dollars on like microtransactions and bundles. I don't give a fuck what you say. They can make room for more. And when the community goes against each other for asking for more shit, you are actively pushing against progression in Call of Duty. Do you not understand that? Is this using too much logic for the average fucking gooch licker? When we ask for more, and then you get mad that we're asking for more, you are telling the developers that you don't want more. Are you fucking dumb? And to touch back on the whole, we already have 16 maps at launch. Guys, Vanguard had 16 maps at launch. The Golden Era CODs had more than 15 maps at launch regularly. And we still got 4 DLC maps every single DLC pack. And we paid for that shit. You think we wouldn't accept that shit for free? And just in regards to my tweet, by the way, there were some people that responded and they had some interesting takes. I saw this one guy kind of, you know, say some stuff to me and he was being very respectful. Let me just say that. So I'm not gonna smoke his shit, okay? You guys remember the rules. Scad Master's really only gonna come for you and say some shit if you say some stupid bullshit and it doesn't even land correctly, right? I've said this before, if you shoot at the Scad Master, you better land a fucking headshot. This other guy was being respectful in the comments, and I understand what he's saying. He was talking about how they're creating ground war maps as well, they're creating gunfight maps, they're doing this new war mode, they're doing Warzone, so a lot of the resources and the developers and the development time go into different areas. And guys, my response to that is very simple. Don't fucking do that then. I have already addressed this multiple times. I'm sure they have internal data on this, but if you're gonna tell me that there's more people playing gunfight than regular 6v6 maps, you're fucking tripping. And if you think gunfight maps or ground war maps are about to compete with the 16 remastered maps at launch from the original MW2, you're tripping horse dick. Those are some of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history, and you think that the developers should spend time creating competition in gunfight and in ground war maps? No. Look, if you want to talk about gargantuan war maps, that's one thing. If you want to talk about the whole Warzone shit, that should be delegated to other developers, you know, specific developers to that. Sledgehammer Games should not be working on gunfight maps and ground war maps if it means that they cannot provide us more 6v6 content and better 6v6 content. Look, right now, I'm just talking about the amount of maps that we should be getting. I am also talking about the amount of weapons, the amount of camos that we get, events, patches and bug fixes, constant tuning updates to the servers, not having us play with a bunch of fucking packet burst every time we try to party up with a teammate. You know, there's a lot of other things that go into it, I understand, but I'd rather have all that I just listed than them making gunfight maps and ground war maps where it deteriorates those areas that I just spoke on. Does that make sense, guys? And once again, even if they wanted to juggle all of these things at the same time, they should be able to do all of it proficiently given the amount of money that they're generating. Once again, stop settling for less. These motherfuckers have the resources. Don't play stupid. We're talking about Activision. We're talking about Call of Duty as a franchise, AAA titles, years of development. We just had 2 straight years of 2 6v6 maps per season. When people like the Scatmaster complain, when other channels like mine complain, I don't care how annoying it gets. I don't care how repetitive it is. I don't care how much of a hater you think I am. That's the type of important shit that we need in the community sometimes to get these developers and Activision off of their asses and give us some quality shit. Just proving the point that if you're gonna be a little whiny bitch on the internet, at least do something good with it, at least get somewhere with it, because there's two types of us, guys. The whiny bitch that goes on YouTube, makes his money back from the videos, gets a following, and enjoys what he does, or there's the version in the comments that go against what the Scadmaster says, except you're just typing out words and fucking pixels and you're actively pushing against progression in the Call of Duty franchise. Congrats, you played yourself. Thank you for pushing the developers to give us dog shit so you can feast on it because you're a fucking scat eating, gooch licking pussy bitch. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you think we should be asking for more in Call of Duty? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a very long time and I'm weak. It's been a very long time since you seen me. Don't know why.